Back to fitted thoughts.
Really? Like that?
How you want to do it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Not that either. That's
that
kind
one's
of whack too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so wait, this is called Fitted Thoughts.
It's
And
called
y'all
Fitted
both
Thoughts.
And we don't have fitted thoughts.
Nah, but today we didn't put fitted. We didn't put fitteds on. I wanted to rock my fro.
You have a
Sorry,
fitted
can I
on
rock
for
my
us
fro?
today.
I have
yeah.
a brim on, but that's because I'm bald headed and I don't like my motherfucking my bean. You heard?
As long as one of us has a hat on, it's all right.
I don't
All right,
like
so
my.
there you go.
All right, bro. I hold it down for y'all, bro.
Thank you. So, welcome back to Fitted Thoughts. It's my man Jay. Today we got my man Lorenzo, aka Infiniteangles, and myself Zay.
Let me say this first.
What?
The brand is Infiniteangles, but most goofy motherfuckers call me AOL. You get what I'm saying?
AOL.
AOL. It's A-yo. L.
Hey, yo,
You know what I'm saying? Why they call me
Oh
that?
yes, I want to hear why they call you
All right.
AOL.
So they call me AOL because when I was away, I used to say a lot of freaky shit, and I didn't give a fuck. Can I curse? I can curse. Right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can curse. So I didn't like. I used to say the most because at one point in time, people used to be like, "Hey, yo, that was mad freaky." I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how motherfuckers be like this, and then motherfuckers be looking, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, give me a gill." They motherfuckers stop playing with me because I just sit there and stare at it. What the fuck is that? I never been on that type of time. I never been on that wave. Like I'm too like I was always on some not. I don't want to say mature because I was immature, but I always been on some. I'm not with whatever the fuck y'all doing. I'm not doing that shit. I'm doing what everybody else is not doing. You know what I'm saying? I always been that type of person. So yeah, that's why they call me AOL.
AOL.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of AUs.
So, first of all, thank you for coming down and sitting with us. It's interesting because we always have conversations like this. The conversations that I have with Jay are the same conversations that I have with everybody else. You know, people who I associate with, people who I work with. And, we're always throwing around these different conversations. And you came to me the other day with an interesting topic. And the topic really, and correct me if I'm wrong, the topic really revolves around why is it that things may be okay for certain people, right, but may not be okay for others. So the way I took it, like, for instance, like, let's say we living in this area and it's crime is crazy. But once we have Caucasians move into our areas, then we have to clean up the streets. The policing gets better. The schooling gets better. All that stuff gets better. But it's because they move into the areas, not because it initially needed it anyway. Right?
Yeah.
Did I get it?
You
know what I'm saying?
Now, but no,
and that's and it's for a range of things. It's not just that. It's just for a range of things. Like you were saying, music, fashion. All these different things.
No, you're hitting it on the nail. As far as, but we could go down to even the little shit. Like if you go from, like my hood and Washington Heights, they gentrified it crazy. Then you go to Harlem, they gentrified it crazy. But on the west side, it's all nice and fixed up and shit. And then when you go to the east side, it's like, damn, we still in progress. You got fucking dope fiends out there still fucking smoking K2. Weed is legal now. Why are you still smoking K2? You get what I'm saying? But anyway, on another note, I feel like I don't know the right word to say, but I don't want to say the government or make it a conspiracy thing. But I feel like they got a plan, and whatever that plan may be, it ain't working with us. It's working against us. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Elaborate more on that, please.
Like, for example, if we take it, let's just go entertainment, because that was the example I gave him when I first came up with the topic. Let's go entertainment. Okay, let's use Eminem for example. They tried to ban Eminem and all his music because it was targeting white kids, Caucasian kids. Oh, I hate my mother. I hate this. I hate that. But then when you got people like NWO or whatever, what MWA, my fault, saying fuck the police. Now it's let's ban them because we going against police. But let's still push the narrative of hip hop being gangster rap against black people. We ain't stopping that. You get what I'm saying? Or am I talking in time?
No, I mean it's the reality. Is just like right now, there's all this mention of the mayor trying to ban drill music.
Drill music, yeah.
New York City right now. They're trying to ban drill music.
Do you respect that?
No, I think it's. Listen, the reality is I believe all music is expression, right? And we have a right to express ourselves the way we want to. Drill music is and just rap music in general is just a reflection of what's happening in reality. You can't talk about what's happening in reality. The only people that can talk about it are the networks. Is that what you're telling me? I mean, I can understand it to a certain point because there are certain artists that glamorize the lifestyle. I get it, right? But if you're a parent, as I am, right, you have to teach your children, or make them understand that yes, this is a real thing, but not to idolize stuff like that. It's the parents' responsibility, I believe, and not only the parents, because let's keep it real. When the community was raising us, we were raised the right way. We don't have community like we had back in the days, where if you did something wrong, you're not only gonna get beat by your mom, but you're gonna get beat by the vecina that's next door who saw you do it. She's gonna give you a pop, right? And then she's gonna here we go. She's gonna pick up the phone and call your moms, and by the time you get home, right, the ass whipping is already waiting for you.
No, you're right. You're right.
So we've always had all these elements in our lives. Is it as mainstream or accessible as today or before as it is now? No, of course not. Because we didn't have Instagram. We didn't have any of the social media, internet in general, for that matter. So, I mean, we have to teach our children. We have to teach our children. I know it becomes very difficult. This conversation is a very difficult one, right? Because we all may say we kind of have the solution, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more difficult than just A, B, and C. Just follow A, B, and C kind of deal, because we do have things that are working against us.
Yeah.
The labels allow some of this music that we know is negatively targeted towards our children, and they push the music because it makes them lots and lots and lots of money.
Yeah. But that's all I was hearing. That when I came to you and I thought about that shit, I was like, damn, that shit is. I feel like it's foul. I feel like if you're a musician and you want to talk about fucking death all day, a lot, and only white people or Caucasian people, or let me stop using that word too, but
use any word you want, brother.
No, I don't want to use that word.
This is an open forum.
Because you have black people who are in that status. You have black people who are also in that status, also, where it's like they're up there with white people, and they're like, "Fuck it, that shit don't affect my kids." Whereas
so they're wealthy, you mean?
Yeah, wealthy. That's a better word for it. Soon as the kids start listening to music about fucking death and shit like that, now y'all want to step in and say, yo, we got to ban this type of music. But when it comes to our kids, keep on pushing that shit. That shit's making
but you could look at it we say that, right? But we understand that the consumers of of urban music, the majority are Caucasian.
Yeah.
The ones that pay for these tickets, these crazy ass tickets to sit in these seats, are Caucasian.
But it don't affect them though. It don't. When not all right, so let's use our generation of music. Well, my generation of music. DMX, The Locks, Jay-Z, my generation, when they was talking about hurting this person and hurting that person and selling dope was cool, it's still the same thing, but it was more gritty and it was more smooth because it came from New York and New York had it. So now me being a kid growing up in New York, I'm like, this is how it is. And then growing up without no real guidance, because I grew up with my pops. My pops raised me. I was raised by a man, but he wasn't there. He was in the streets. So with that said, I learned everything from what I was hearing. So a nigga violate me, that's what I thought was supposed to be. Yo, this is what it is. But I didn't have no, what you call it, conflict resolution skills. I learned that later in life. But anyway, I say that to say, them kids don't relate to that shit. It sounds nice, but they can't relate to it. They can't relate to a nigga. My mom's is a crackhead. My sister selling pussy. They can't relate to that. They can't relate to that shit at all. That's a pure fact. I'll blow a nigga face off if he act up. You can't relate to that. Motherfucker probably never even seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or a nigga shot at me. You can't relate to that shit.
So you saying
relate to that shit.
You saying like they writing fake lyrics basically, or they're not living their life?
The Caucasians can't relate to the lyrics.
Oh, like Caucasian.
Okay. Whereas that's the reason why it doesn't affect them like it affects us, because we live in the trenches, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of us live in the trenches, and that's everyday life. Exactly. Whereas you get these kids from the suburbs who love to hear it, but don't know exactly how it is to live it. So it doesn't affect them like it does us, per se, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't motivate them like it motivates us. Like, let's say you just so happen to be beefing with a dude in school, and the dude from school, he lives probably 4 blocks down. All right, let me give you a story. Matter of fact, perfect. Me being young, right, I had a girlfriend. And what I thought was cool, because I seen my pops doing it, was hitting on my girlfriend. But me listening to music, that also validated that. This bitch that, I beat on this bitch if she act up, yada, yada, whatever. But one day I beat on her and I bust her lip. So now I go back to the block. I'm thinking nothing of it. Fuck it. You know what was playing in my head? I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, that DMX shit. So this nigga, right? Her brother come around the block, and nigga spin the block or whatever have you. But this song is playing in my brain because I'm like, fuck that shit. If this nigga come, I'm gonna whoop this nigga ass. Man, that nigga beat the shit out of me, man. My whole lip twisted for like months. That nigga beat the shit out of me. But I was influenced and motivated by the music. You get what I'm saying? So now with the trap music, with the what's it? Drill music. I'm pretty sure these young niggas feel the same way. I'm listening to my favorite artists pumping this, pumping that, pumping this and pumping that. I want to be like this. This is what's cool. So I want to jump on the gram, and if I got a him, I want to jump on the gram. White kids can't relate to that shit. Nah.
Yeah. But it's like what Zay said though, like the parenting and the community. If we don't hold each other accountable, we don't hold ourselves accountable, it's just gonna keep happening. So I don't want to say it, but it's kind of our own fault as well. Like we don't try to stop it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We're not teaching.
I don't think it's that we don't try to stop it. I think it's because we're also caught up in our lives that we can't see that it is attacking our children per se. You know, my mom's always used to get upset because of the music that I used to listen to. And I can't say that I didn't get caught up in some of the stuff that I listened to, because I did. I was just kind of like one of the lucky ones, right? I was very fortunate. I don't know, and the times have changed. Parenting has changed. Kids have changed. Their intellect has changed. It's changed. Like you get 9-year-olds that are walking around, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds that are walking around thinking they're grown ass women and men. And they're in these little bodies, but in their mind, they think they're women and men. If you listen to some of these kids' conversation, you're like, what are these kids talking about?
Yeah. Or do they have the forefront to understand what the fuck they talking about?
Well, the thing is that due to the fact that they're so influenced by music, right, that they believe they do. Because, listen, if you want to get the answers, the reality is that we listen to music back in the days, and just by listening to music, you know how to cook crack.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
I remember the first time a crackhead cooked that shit up in front of me, and I forgot how much I fucking spent on it. I done fucked up a pack or two, you heard? And he cooked it up in front of me. I said, oh shit. Now mind you, me not knowing how the game really goes, I'm just going off of what I'm listening to. This nigga took a whole rock like this from me and said, yo, this is my payment. Not knowing that this rock is probably worth $80, $100. And that nigga left me about this much equal. I was supposed to just bust that nigga with a little fucking hit. I didn't know that shit. I'm just thinking like, oh yeah, talking to my man, I got the crackhead to cook it up for me, yada, yada, yada. That nigga, I went back and showed him how many baggies I got back out of that shit. And nigga said, yo, what the fuck you doing? You doing fuck? Man, I fucked that whole bag up, man. Whoa. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I said, never again, I'm not selling no more drugs. And then that pack, that shit stood in my wallet, or I used to carry a wallet, and I used to put the crack in my wallet. That shit stood in there for like 2-3 months. I gave that shit to my uncle. My uncle sold that shit. But that's me listening to music and not knowing what the fuck really going on.
Wow. Wow. So you believe that truly the music that our kids are listening to are influencing them today.
That's fine.
Well, they are. You can't say they're not.
Because it influenced me. I'm 35, bro. That shit, I'm not, some motherfuckers sit here and like, nah, that music, man, that shit influenced me, man. I wanted to be like some of them niggas. Them niggas was fly. Even the drug dealers in my block, I used to be like, damn, I look up to this nigga, man. This nigga don't even know who the fuck I am. Older nigga. He just, that's another Spanish nigga that chill on my block. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it is what it is.
So tell us a little something about tell us a little something about like your experiences. Like what have you taken away with all your experiences in life, and just like you said on how you were influenced and all that other stuff, you know, and being where you've been, doing what you've done, and where you're at today. What has been your takeaway from all that?
What you mean?
So, for instance, like, you know, you
what
had
advice would you give to the youth now?
What advice? Man, stop listening to that shit, man, and be your own person, bro. That's all I could really say, man. If I had somebody young and he was looking at me and said, yo, Zo, I want to be like you when I get older. Bro, you don't want to be like me, bro. I'm a pure fuck up. Because I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I done lost 5 years of my life to the penitentiary system. You hear me? And that's 5 years you can't get back. And I'm still trying to get that shit back. And sometimes in my mental, I be like, damn. Because life is hard. This shit is not easy. Whoever the fuck told niggas this shit was going to be easy is fucking killing themselves. This shit is hard. That's what like, bro. I wouldn't go back, but sometimes it'd be like, damn. I should go back, man. Punch police in their face and just go back. Fuck it. I ain't paying no bills. I ain't doing nothing. Them niggas give me 3 meals, a bed, all that shit. That prison shit ain't cool, man. That shit for bozos. When I was in there, right? For example, niggas used to ask me, yo, AOL, what the fuck you locked up for? For being a clown? Yo, what you mean? No, I was a clown. I was a bozo. Then I used to make dudes feel bad too. Look, like, say I'm cool with you, me and you, my celly. Then I'm like, yo, let me see your pictures of your family, bro. Nigga, you show me your pictures. Your wife, your kids. I say, I'll sit there, yeah, you a fucking clown. You a whole bozo. You know why you a bozo? Yo, you violating, nigga get mad. Yo, you violating, Zo. Yo, bro, you a clown because you in here with me, and I'm a clown. I'm the biggest clown of them all. I'm a fucking clown. I'm in here with you. You a clown. Because you got people in the world that love you, bro, and you in here with me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't had that type of love, so it varies. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was locked up, I ain't have no. But again, that made me stronger. That's made me not want to go back. Because some dudes will go back and forth to that shit. Like, it's fucking fun. Man, that shit gay. You in there fucking with 60 motherfuckers, and all you niggas is fucking just happy to be in there. Sad that you in there, though. Come on, bro. That's what I would say, really. How I got out of life, out of that glimpse of it. But I've been home, but a long time now, but that shit playing my brain because I feel like it happened for a reason, and it shouldn't have happened. Because I jumped out of the window to help somebody who, God bless the dead, he not here no more. But I also think about it like, damn, what he had done the same thing for me. Even when I sit there and I mourn his death, I sit there and be like, damn, would he mourn the same way? So again, with that said, I say I'm still learning life. Life is a beautiful thing, but at the same time, this shit ain't easy, and it's hard. You hear me? Mm. This shit is hard. But yeah, that's what I would give the youth, man. Appreciate your time that you have in the world and do something with yourself. Don't sit there and think what you hearing in music, what you hearing in life, or what the next person tells you is what it is. If you have somebody who is dropping jewels on you and giving you life for what it is, take it. But if you want to be a fucking bum, be a bum. But be somebody productive. Don't take up space in your own skin. You know what I'm saying? Don't take up space in your own skin. Word.
Don't be a bozo.
Yeah.
Don't be a clown.
Don't be a bozo. Don't be a clown. So, share with us, some of the stuff that you're doing as far as creatively, like your clothing line,
So, right now, with my clothing line, I'm all over the place. Right now, I'm trying to just run it off of a website. I want to get rid of social media, or I want to take out social media out of the equation and just get out in the world. Right now, I got a collection coming out. I don't know if you ever watched Cool World. Mm-hmm. So Cool World is basically Roger Rabbit, Space Jam, where you take reality and put cartoons or artwork in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have 5 pieces of Toon World on my shirts. The piece I have on right now is part of it. But I'm going to remake it, do 5 more pieces like that. And, but first, my brand is based on rarity. So I might make one shirt, and that's it. You won't see that shirt no more if somebody buys it. Or I could have a collection. So my collection will only be 5 pieces of this certain
design.
Yeah, design. And then I just try to be creative with my art and put it on clothes where people can enjoy it. That's it.
So what was the because we talked about it and I gave you an idea, but there was a word that you came up with which means the same thing.
So art habiliments. Habiliment means wearable art. Wearable, anything wearable. you could take this fucking light lamp, and if you wear it, it's called a habiliment. It's a word. Look it up.
That's dope. Because we were talking about it, and I was like, yo, but what you have is these are not just regular prints. This is art. So I would call it wearable art. He was like, and he came back the next day. He was like, wearable habiliments.
Yeah. No, it's art habiliments.
Art habiliments, because habiliments means it's wearable.
Yeah.
So, and that's cool because I think that was dope. Instead of saying wearable arts, art habiliments. That's pretty cool. So
yeah,
cool. So,
but
where can they find you? Where can they get some of these exclusive stuff?
So, if you're interested, go to infiniteangles.shop. Plain, simple, straight like that, straightforward. Infiniteangles.shop. Or I do have an Instagram. You could go to Infiniteangles70 at Instagram, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
Very cool. Yeah, Lo actually made us a couple of shirts. I'm not sure if you guys have seen them, but if you haven't seen them yet, you'll definitely see them. We'll be wearing them on certain segments that we do for you guys, so you'll be able to see them. The design is dope, very creative, and I love them. You know what I mean? Well, we love them, so yeah, it's look into it because a lot of his designs are really dope. I want to thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you coming out and sitting with us.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, well, you want to be here all day or not?
I'm jacking the conversation, man. Okay. My man over here quiet, but man, I just want...
It's your time to shine.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me on here, man. Telling me to come through. I was supposed to pull up a few times, but I'm just like, once I get home, I'll be tired, and then I'll be wanting to create. That's all I be thinking about is creating. Because while I'm at work, I'm like, damn, I want to go home. I want to leave at 12 o'clock just to go create.
I feel you.
Or I might be thinking about, or I might be coming up with a character, and then I might be fucking just sitting, I want to add this. And now I want to get home. I'll be thirsty to get home just to fucking put this one thing on the shirt.
I know exactly how you feel. That's my friend.
Yeah, you gotta see my work. His mind is always clicking.
Always clicking. Always fucking.
Always turning. You see him doing something. You're like, "Lo, you all right? Yeah, I'm good. He just be in his head.
I be in my brain for real, bro.
So
that's why I gotta ask y'all sometimes. Do y'all understand me? Because in my brain it come out one way, but I'm already past that shit. I'm already past it, but I'm still speaking the same shit verbally. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just be like, damn, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. But wait, I want to go back over here and talk about this. That's what my brain be.
All over the fucking place.
Yeah, and I be doing that shit to my wife. My wife be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? And I just be rambling, and that's just me though, man. Because I got a whole bunch of shit in here. But when I'm drawing and I create. Word. That's another tip, man. If you got a fucking talent, man, take your talent to the fucking next level. That's it. Word.
Most definitely.
But I'm always fucking thinking about create.
That's what we doing here.
Word.
Creating thoughts.
When you
know what I'm saying?
So,
This was
a good talk. I enjoyed it very much. Yeah, we can chill.
Nah, you want to close it out. You want to kick me out, bro.
Nah,
we're not trying to kick you out. Not at all.
Nah.
But yeah. So thank you for tuning in. To Fitted Thoughts. Once again, thank you to Lorenzo for coming down and for dropping some jewels and sharing some of his experience and strength and his hopes, and sharing with us, some of his information on his designs, on his clothing, his brand. There you go, his brand. Any final thoughts for you?
No, just create.
Yeah, create.
Most definitely. All right, people.
Create and be positive. Peace.